Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Marvel and I will be going over a topic which I find myself thinking about every now and then. Is Team Fortress 2 still a relevant game? Before I get into that, this video is for my summer project that I'm doing for Reading College Esports. I hope you enjoy. Now into the question, is Team Fortress 2 a relevant game? Now the simple answer is yes. Yes, the game is still relevant, but to a specific community, mainly the Team Fortress 2 community obviously. But it is further than that. The Team Fortress 2 has one of the strongest and loyal fan bases out of some of the most popular games around, such as Fortnite, Call of Duty, Overwatch, and more. But why is this? Team Fortress 2 has not had a big developer update since October 2017, called the Jungle Inferno update. That is more than 7 years ago, and yet the game won't seem to die out. Now, even though the game was left dry with no updates, there are still new players joining the game and installing consistently. Obviously, everyone has their own reason for why they installed TF2, but what's so intriguing and interesting about the game? What makes people want to, hey, let me try this game out? I would say it's because of how unique the game is with their mercenaries, also known as the classes. These include Scout, Soldier, Pyro, Demoman, Heavy, Engineer, Spy, Sniper, and Medic. All of these characters have their own unique background and story. I'm not going to go in depth of that because there's way too much to go over, especially for every single mercenary. But that's just the sum of it. Each and every one of these characters have different skill sets and crazy skill ceilings. Like, Soldier has his rocket jumping to get yourself around the map fast. This small thing impacts the game more than you'd think. You could use your rocket jumping anywhere around the map, and this is not just for Soldier, but for all the other classes out there that have different skills and different ceilings for what they can. A prime example would be Medic. I think he has a small skill ceiling, but I also can't give a fair opinion because I only have, I think 2 hours of playtime on him, maybe even less. So I don't have a valid opinion with that. But I don't think he has a great skill ceiling where mainly he just heals, right? Whereas then you have other classes such as Spy, which has many different things. There's trick stabbing, which is a whole different thing. I'm not even going to get into that because I've got no idea how to do it. I have 3 hours on Spy. But hopefully you get the point as to what I'm saying. There's a lot of things that the characters can do. There's a lot of skill ceilings for the different characters. I mean, people are constantly learning new skills and new things that they can do to eliminate the enemies or even just to get around the map faster. When Team Fortress 2 had first released, it was a paid-for game for approximately 4 years. It was then released to be free-to-play on the 23rd of June 2011. This change happened with the release of the Uber update. Team Fortress 2 was also available on consoles, including the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. This was available through the Orange Box, which was released on the 10th of October 2007, so initially it also came out on the launch of Team Fortress 2. The Orange Box had consisted of many different things such as Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Portal, and Team Fortress 2. When you ask the question, is Team Fortress 2 still relevant to the Team Fortress 2 players, they give you quite a bland answer, but it's an answer nonetheless. Okay, first of all, I know I made some spelling mistakes, so please, please do not judge that. I'm sorry. Team Fortress 2 would pump out numerous videos on YouTube / episodes that would intrigue people to try their games, such as Meet the Class, where you could meet the players and their story and their background, or just a funny little video about them. TF2 is also known for the thousands of cosmetics they have in the game, unique to many different characters. Now I'm going to go into the characters so you guys can see the mercenaries. First of all, what makes these characters so special and unique to the game is that they have many different ways they can be played, and I'll explain that later in the video. First off, we start off with Scout. He's the first mercenary. Scout is a fast-paced character that can double jump. He has a shotgun as his main weapon, pistol as a secondary, and a melee. These weapons can vary on depending what you have and what you unlock in the game or what you purchase. The second character is Soldier. Soldier has a rocket launcher that does a bunch of splash damage and damage in general. If you get a direct hit, you are doing 100 damage and above. He has many different weapons as well. He has the rocket launcher, he has the direct hit, he has the black box. These are all rocket launchers that do different things, and vary through the game, whether you unlock them or not. Soldier is the character you've been seeing the most in the background of all the clips. The next mercenary is Pyro. Pyro has a flamethrower and is very fire resistant. They can have a shotgun, a flare gun, and an axe as their melee weapon. Also, one thing to note is these weapons and stuff can be changed throughout the match, throughout the game. I'm not going to mention all of them because there's way too many, what would you call them, weapons, cosmetics, I don't know. There's way too many different things in the game that I cannot mention everything because that would take way too much time. But yes, you can change these throughout the game. They're either purchasable or unlockable. Yes. The next character is Demoman, a Scottish guy with a grenade launcher, a sticky bomb launcher, and whatever you want to wield as your melee weapon. I have an Eyelander, which is a sword. And Demoman can be played in many different ways. I'll get more into that and more in depth to that part because I feel like that's a big part of the game and why this game doesn't get dry or stale. I'll mention a bunch of that later. But Demoman does massive amounts of damage with this grenade launcher. On a direct hit, it does 100. It can roll around and do splash damage, which won't do as much, but it still does a lot. The sticky bomb launcher is one of the most annoying things in the game. Excuse me, but yes, it's a very annoying weapon. You can die really fast to it because they just plump out a bunch of sticky bombs and then activate them all at the same time. The gameplay you're going to be seeing is not good because I'm actually horrible with this character, but yeah. The next mercenary is Heavy, a big Russian man with a minigun, a sandwich, and the holiday punch. These are all different things that you have to unlock or purchase, but yes, he's a Russian man with a minigun that does massive amounts of damage because, I mean, it's a minigun, right? You would think so. He has a lot of health. I think it's 450 450 when he's fully healed, and then I think his base health is 300. But yes, he's a very strong, overpowered character. Sometimes it's very balanced though. I don't know what I was yapping about. Heavy's not overpowered. He's probably one of the weakest characters in the game. I mean, just look at the clip I'm about to show you. I mean, he's so bad. So when you're getting healed, it's kind of like you're a little bit better, but you're still one of the worst characters in the game. I mean, this Heavy's definitely one of the worst mercenaries. I mean, I don't even know why people bother playing him. It's kind of just a brain dead character. You just hold your finger on the left mouse and it's kind of like, okay, time for me to shoot with my minigun and eat a chocolate bar or sandwich when I need health. He's brain dead. I mean, you see right now when I'm Ubered, look how useless he is. I'm not getting any kills. I'm getting an assist. Look at this, so useless. I'm definitely not helping my team. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, that's enough of Heavy. You get the gist. He's a big Russian man with a minigun that does a lot of damage. Yes. The next mercenary is Engineer. He's very good on defense since he can build a turret, teleporter, and dispenser. The dispenser heals people and restocks their ammunition. The turret is quite self-explanatory. He can upgrade it from level 1 to level 3. The teleporter can also be upgraded to, well, everything can be upgraded to level 3. It just, you know, it takes some of your stuff away. I'm not sure what it's called exactly, but take some of your stuff away, your building stuff, and then yeah, it helps your team with teleporting to the front lines. The turret's very good on defense. The dispenser is very helpful. So yeah, that's Engineer. The next mercenary is Medic in the support class. He can have a syringe gun, medigun, and then a melee of his choice. Usually the bone saw I think is the default option, but the syringe gun will shoot little syringes at a fast firing speed which can heal teammates and can damage enemies. I have a crossbow equipped which will heal teammates and damages enemies, but it does more damage than the syringe gun, worse fire rates. And then the minigun is quite simple. It just heals. Literally just hold left click on your teammate and it will heal them. The default one has an uber charge which will grant invincibility to your teammate and you for a specific amount of time. Sniper, one of my personal favorite classes ever since I watched Meet the Sniper. It was a really cool video. Sniper can have a bow and arrow, and a actual, sniper. He can have a bottle of his own piss that he can throw at people, which will then increase your damage. He also has a big knife. The thing about sniper is that your sniper does more damage the more it's charged, so you have to stay ADS'd until it's at the max charge so you can do the max amount of damage. On a no charge headshot, it does 150 damage to the head. On a full charge headshot, it does 450. On a no charge body shot, it does 50 damage. On a full charge body shot, it does 150 damage. So that is, hopefully you understand what the charging does and whatever, but I know numbers boring, blah blah blah. And the last mercenary we have here, Spy. Spy has a revolver, a butterfly knife, or well, a knife in general, a thing that can make him go invisible, which is called the cloak, and a disguising kit. Now, Spy is genuinely one of the most annoying characters in this game, and he's really just a pain in everyone's backside. I'm not good at Spy. I've done some cool things on accident, like a trick stab. Did that on accident, but yes, he's a good, cool character. You need to be really good at Spy to know how to play Spy well, if that makes sense. Now that's all for the characters, but what makes every character unique is all the stuff that they have that can allow you to do many different things. I can't even describe how much you can do with this game, with different rocket launchers, different sticky grenade launchers, with using different loadouts, or just anything that can change up your gameplay to turn it into something that isn't just dry and stale. You can turn it into something more than that. And there's different loadouts for every single character. I mean, for engineer, if you want, you can play more aggressive and use, I think it's called the gunslinger, to make a smaller turret which you can place anywhere, which is faster to build. You can be demo man, or well, demo knight. You can specifically play demo knight, where demo man just turns into a knight that can go on rapid killing sprees with a sword or an axe. You can play pyro with a jetpack so he can flank. You can do so much. You can shovel people while you're in the sky. Garden market, that's what it's called. Garden market. You can market garden people. You can you don't even have to play the game aggressively. You can hop onto 2 forts as heavy and just start running around the map with a sandwich and not killing anyone. I mean, the community is massive and very open and very friendly. Okay, friendly is a bit too positive. I think the community can be friendly. It just really depends. But yeah, you know what I mean? The game is good. People that do play the game have a great deep love for the game, and you'll see why if you play the game yourself. Just yeah, I don't know if I've answered your question fully, but the game is still relevant. They don't need updates. You just need the community and players. I mean, as you saw, there were like 40,000 players online, and that's a lot of people. I mean, it's not even in the top. It's not even below the top 50. Does that make sense? It's in the top 50 for some of the most played games on Steam, like as of now. So yeah, I don't know if I've answered the question, if the game is relevant, but I say it is, and thank you for watching the video.